Okay, so today class is on Python. So basically there are a few files. I'll start with some very simple Python code and end up with one example. So first, you can use Jupyter, PyCharm, etc. So I'm just using a new this Python Jupyter. So this is a simple one. And the first one, I'd like to introduce this PSAP PCAP, which is by Python Institute. If you like to, you can actually certify it. Then after that, PCPP. Okay, so these are the final stage. Okay, for the professional level. So finally, CEPP, which you complete everything, you get the CEPP certified. Okay, so Python. So basically, there are a few things here. There's those import and these. I would say that the modules. So there are quite a few modules here. And then after that, control statement, if then else. Then after that, creating objects. Okay, so object-oriented programming. Okay, so the basic one is some variable. So you can have integer, you can have string, then you can input something, then print something, then you can have array, etc. So just going to show you a quick one here. So for example, you can a equal to 5. Okay, so what you do is print a. So I'm quite sure most of you know that. Then you can skip this if you're already very familiar with this Python. So for example, you can put hello, then you can print the. Okay, so of course you can do something like say input. Okay, then let the person input something. Okay, input. Okay, then after that the person put in. But input is by default is a text. Good morning, for example, right? Okay, so this is the input. So now you just want to, if you want to assign something to it, let's say x equal to input, then good morning. So the 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 variable will have the good morning. Okay, then after that you can actually print x. Okay, so you should be able to see good morning, and you can have array y equal to, say, for example, array of we call it list 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for example. So you're going to look at the position of y3. So it's counting from 0. So you should be able to get 3. And you can have two-dimension array. So y equal to, say, for example, 1, 2, 3, so square bracket. Yeah, square bracket. Okay, and then after that, we can have 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Then we can have 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is the one we have two arrays. So if you want to look at y0, which is the first array, and then you want to look at the second item, which is 1, so you should give it a 2, right? So if you want to look at second array, which is 1 here, and then say the third element, so it's 2, because it starts from 0, so you get 6 here. Okay, so this is the first part. Roughly, you can understand that all this, you can put it in your variable. Okay, so these are something that you can do. String, actually, you can concatenate. So I'm not going to show you too many of these, but I'm just going to show you one. And for the array, you can actually use negative, because if the array is very strong, very long, the negative one will be the last character. So just give you two example here, hello plus world, and then hello, the last item in hello. Okay, so here back, okay, so put hello, oh yeah, hello plus, you can actually add it. Okay, just try to let you know. So you can say space world, okay, so hello world, and you can also take the last item. So for example, let's say a equal to hello world, Hello world. Okay, then after that you take the last item of A, so A minus 1. So it's easier than if the string is very long, no? You take the last character. And after that, if else, so if something equal to 1, then after that else, so very simple one, if else. So for example, A equal to 5. Okay, if A equal to 5, then what you do is that you can print A is 5. Okay, for example, else what you can do is you can actually print print A is not 5. Okay, something like that. Okay, so A is 5. So you try 6, then you probably can see A is not 5. Okay, so this is something quite basic Python. So you have the equal and not equal. So I'm just going to show you one more example. Okay, so if A equal to 6, if this A is not equal, okay, then you can print A is not equal, else A is equal, right? You can do that as well. So else A is 5. Okay, so now if it's A is not 5, so you just rotate it. So A is not 5 because A is 6, right? So if it's A is 5, then after that you will print an else statement which A is 5. Okay, so it's quite simple. You can use greater than, less than, etc. These are all the possible operator. So for loop is also not so difficult. So for I in range 2 to 6, for example, so for I in range this 2 to say, for example, 8, okay, then what we do is we print I, okay, so you can see what is I. So I is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, excluding 8. Okay, so this is a for loop. So in the for loop, you can do quite a lot of things here. Okay, so this is typical for loop. So let's look at a simple task. So write a Python code which accept the radius of a circle, right, from a user and compute the area. Okay. So what we need to do is that first we let the person input the data. Okay. Then after that we convert it to float. Okay. And then after that, when we do the area, will be equal to 3.142 times the square. Okay, so square is using star star, and then the area. Then after that, printing the area. Okay, so it's quite easy if you look at the logical flow. So what you do is that first of all you print first. Please enter the radius. Okay, for example, right? Please enter the radius, correct? So now what you want to do is you want to put the radius, say r equal to, and remember you need to, because the input is always text, right? So you want to convert to float. So input, okay? So this will go to your radius, right? Input, right? Okay, so you can input anything you like. Then after that, you want to to calculate the area. So area will be pi r square, right? Pi times r square, r star 2, okay, r square, right? And then this the last thing is print the area is dot dot, okay. Then after that is 8. Okay, hopefully it works. So say for example 3, then the area is 28. Okay, should be right. 9 times 3. Okay, it's around there. Okay, and this will end the simplest basic R. For those who actually familiar, you may want to skip this as well.